सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Sri Ramakrishna is telling, the more you advance towards God, the less He will be, the less He will give you worldly duties to perform. Worldly duties. In the world, the duties concerned with looking after the possessions which I have kept for my enjoyments and earning to maintain all that is worldly duty. And other duties to contribute our might for the society, for humanity, for taking care of nature, for loving people, serving, the devotional exercises of celebrations, the worships. All these are duties obligatory to man, but they are not considered as worldly duties. They are obligatory duties for the spiritual evolution of a jiva. Now, suppose we relate it to God and my living in this world, it becomes a religious observance. I want to live in this world happily, and I am utilizing God for it, for my living, my protection, my safety, avoiding dangers, all these things. It becomes a religious aspect. And I want to love God, realize God, realization and love of God. When we say love of God, I don't seek anything else. Seeking is no more there. In love, there is no seeking, it's a constant sacrifice. When it comes to sacrifice, the love of God, and for realizing God, for attaining God, for offering myself, totally erase myself and offer myself to God, this becomes spiritual aspect, spiritual and religious. Religious is where I want to continue to live in the world, not realize God, but utilize God. Then it becomes religious. Of course, religious has the same spiritual basis, and ultimately it has to culminate in spirituality. Religion is only a ladder from the secular life to the spiritual life, from utility of God and nature to the transcendence of God. Nature and attainment of God, spirituality. So, worldly duties, when it's done, less and less worldly duties, so that you can dedicate more and more for your spiritual attainments and service of this world. Shrish, it is extremely difficult to proceed towards God while leading the life of a householder. Shrish is telling, it is extremely difficult to proceed toward God while leading the life of a householder. Householder's life, so many duties and responsibilities. Amidst that, main thing is earning, constant income must be there. and you cannot avoid. The dependents you cannot leave to take care of themselves or to earn and feed me, the person who is taking care and possessing all these things. So the householder's life becomes very strenuous. From morning till night has to toil for earning, then contact with the external world at social level. Contact with the same external world in spiritual relationship and service is different. You have to attend the social functions, this, that and all, office meetings, parties and all this. It looks like obligatory, which you can avoid also tactfully without hurting anybody, like parties and all, where it is needed, but at the same time to remain in constant divine awareness. It makes a lot of means it must become a habitual part of life not to forget God and be in the company of God. Feel the living presence at all times, under all circumstances, including arguments. When serious arguments are going on, regarding family matters or official matters, at that time, calm mind, heart filled with love, and feeling the living presence of God. This becomes essential in the householder's life. It is extremely difficult to proceed toward God while leading a householder's life. Master, why so? What about the yoga of practice? At Kamarpukur, I have seen the women of the carpenter families selling flattened rice. Let me tell you how alert they are while doing their business. The pestle of the husking machine that flattens the paddy constantly falls into the hole of the mortar. The woman turns the paddy in the hole with one hand and with the other holds her baby on her lap as she nurses it. In the meantime, customers arrive. The machine goes on pounding the paddy. She carries on her bargains with the customers. She says to them, "Pay the few pennies you owe me before you take anything more." You see, she has all these things to do at the same time. Nurse the baby, turn the paddy as the pestle pounds it, take the flattened rice out of the hole and talk to the buyers. This is called yoga of practice, an important discipline. How alert the hand, any moment misses the hand, it will be pounded. This is called yoga of practice. 15 parts of our mind out of 16 are fixed on the pestle of the husking machine, lest it should pound her hand. With only one part of her mind, she nurses the baby and talks to the buyers. Means how much of mind is a moment's attention diversion, her hand will be pounded. With only one part of her mind, she nurses the baby and talks to the buyers. Likewise, he who leads the life of a householder should devote 15 parts of his mind to God, otherwise he will face ruin and fall into the clutches of death. He should perform the duties of the world with only one part of his mind. How much difficult you see. It must be slowly, it must be a constant practice that matures into habitual way of thinking of God. Now, just like that machinery on the banks of Narmada in Hoshangabad, there is security papers mill. It is a government establishment wherein these notes, securities are, the paper necessary for those things are manufactured. A person was handling the paper from where the pulp goes, and the other side the paper comes out. His machine is looking. From last many decades he is working. He is quite old. For retirement another 5-6 years may be left. That much of service he has put in that particular part. So many decades, maybe 3-4 decades he must have been working there. In the same place, the pulp goes into a machine, flattening machine, and from the other side, the paper, the flat paper comes. And one day, a little attention gone, the hand has been dragged into the machine. The pulp, it drags itself and pushes out the paper. And suddenly, the moment this one, his hand went inside. And the hand was totally flat like paper. The bones, this, that, everything. The skin and bones, everything is flattened into a paper. Nothing remained. The hand is being dragged, and it is going on crushing up to here. Up to shoulder it has already taken off. Someone ran and put off the machine, but the hand is gone forever. How that a moment, so many decades he has worked in the same, with all one moments. This one, it was flattened. The hand had gone. Similarly, another incident I heard is Bajaj company, Aurangabad. They manufacture the three-wheeler auto rickshaws. The front part, a sheet will be going, pachak, it will be just punching the whole thing. It comes to the shape of the auto rickshaw, front part. It goes on, tuck, 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 one behind the other. In seconds it will be punching and pushing. It will be piled by itself. The sheet is going and one over the other, piling and coming out is happening. He was handling, suddenly got up from the seat where he was observing and looking. The machine he was put inside the machine. From above, the punch comes and pushes it. He was punched. Nothing remained of the body. Like a sheet, the body has been pushed, crushed, pressed like roti. Only is squeezed, and roti and blood and all things are there. You cannot identify any part. Just one moment's attention diversion. This is Sri Ramakrishna. Moments attention drawn, it will lead to ruin. Householders should 15 parts of his mind out of 16. Suppose you have mind, cut it into 15 parts. One part you have to give to the world, and 15 parts, the whole mind is on the... That one part is sufficient to look after all the duties of how much of time we are wasting in thinking. You can imagine, very little work of the mind is put into action. Thinking day and night. And a very small part of the mind's function is put into day-to-day activities of life. So that much of mind, later on Sri Ramakrishna says, keep at least 75% of the mind on God. With 25%, you can do all the duties of life. It is difficult. Even if you can keep constantly 5% of your mind and give 95% of the mind to the world, you will be saved. 5%, the unbroken thought of somewhere a small awareness of God with you. That much also, like toothache or something, small awareness of God. That much also will be swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahatoja bhayat. If you can keep mind a little also, you have some grip that can save you from great dangers. So constantly, morning as soon as you get up, first thing what you have to do is, I should not forget you, Lord. Just a sankalpa, a decision, a resolution, resolve not to forget God today. You will. The next moment you will be forgetting. Still, it takes few years. Slowly the frequency increases of the thought of divine. At the same time, experiences will be giving you, all this is passing event. The child who has gone, the earning period is over. One by one is going away. You can see in the family, children are just born, in no time they are growing, they are finishing their education, getting a job, going ahead, they have children, and these children are going. You can see before your eyes the whole process going on. The grandchildren are going to school, they are completing the education, the old age has already possessed the grandparents. They are on the part of departure. So the cycle, what is there? Today's life. Nobody even remembers what happened, how you lived your life. Just like our great-grandfathers, how they lived, what they fought, how much of the attention they must have paid, what people will say, what things will happen. Nothing remains. All things are going. This experience of passing events, passing show, the whole world is a passing show. Then slowly it develops, I should not forget the divine, because it is only real and eternal. All else is passing. So this awareness of the awakening we need, that comes from your sankalpa that I should not forget God. Whatever happens, I should not forget God. I will work, I will play, I will talk to people, but Sri Ramakrishna used to say, with one hand, hold on to God, with the other hand, do your duties of life. So, one hand is holding the Lord's feet, so that every day, morning, again night analyze. What made me to forget God? Where are the occasions that get again corrected? Within a few years, the frequency goes on increasing to the level almost unbroken thought, like underwater current. It is constantly flowing. But there is another state. A man may lead the life of a householder after attaining knowledge, but he must attain knowledge first. If the milk of mind is kept in the water of the world, it gets mixed. If the milk of the mind kept in the water of the world, they get mixed. Therefore, he should turn the milk into curd, extract the butter from it by churning it in solitude, then he may keep the butter in the water of the world. Therefore, you see, spiritual discipline is necessary. When the Ashwatha tree is mere sapling, it must be enclosed by a fence, otherwise the cattle will eat. But the fence may be taken away when the trunk grows thick and strong. Then even the elephant tied to the tree cannot harm it. How the Sri Ramakrishna is presenting, you see. First you have to attain the knowledge. What is knowledge? It is the opposite to the ignorance. I don't know who am I. I don't know what is God. I don't know what is this nature in which I have been brought. Who brought me? For what purpose? All these are ignorance. I don't know. A question mark. Where have I come? What is this universe? Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara. Regarding it, I don't know anything. I don't know what is myself. Why I am behaving like this? Why did I come to this world? Nothing I know. And why I have come to this world? What is this world also? I don't know. And when the power which is pervading the universe and governing it, making it all movements possible, actions possible, that God also I don't know. Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara. These are ultimate entities as long as I am body. With all that, I am looking nicely with this world and all. Next moment I sleep off. Neither the world is there, nor my body is there. I am separated from all this, and it is not in my awareness also. I leave my home and come here somewhere. I am aware of my home. I am aware of a place to go back. When I sleep off, I don't have awareness even of this world, nor of my body. It has dissolved from my awareness. It is not there for me at all. I am in a different dimension. This is another thing we are experiencing every day. Separation, total separation from this world and from our bodily existence. Both are missing. The world which I am holding on to, this world, is no more there the moment you sleep. Was it not there? Was it like a dream world projecting forth because of my seeing? In dream, there is nothing. Mind has projected a world. It is there because I am seeing it. The moment I disconnect, the world was never there. Dream world was never. Like that, is this world a world where it is only a dream? And the moment I wake up, it is there. The moment I sleep, it is no more there. So is it like that? To great extent, yes. Because the world, after you enter into samadhi and come back, you see no more. The world which you are seeing earlier of raga dvesha, of taratamya, the degrees of comparison here, there, this, that, greater and lower, all this relativity dissolves forever. You have seen something beyond time and space, and when you come back from samadhi, you will see the same thing is there in a different way. Only divine everywhere. No duality, neither within me nor without. One reality pervading all that exists, including all jivas and all matter of this world. Nothing remains. So this state, what we see, that world, what we are seeing the world individually, with which we sleep and wake up, that world is a dream world. My experiences of this world has created a specs which is making me see God as this world. Later on, world becomes God. World as God you see. Now God as world you are seeing. After enlightenment, the whole thing, table turns. And you will see there is form. But as Sri Ramakrishna says, everything is made up of wax. Like that, everything is made up of Chaitanya. Everything is made up of God. This is the difference that we see. The whole awareness changes. Divine everywhere. Divine within, divine without, and the whole thing, whatever exists, is divine. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.